Coffee, that dark, enigmatic brew that greets us each morning, fueling our conversations and quiet moments alike, has woven itself deeply into the fabric of human history. From ancient legends to modern cafes, coffee has transcended mere refreshment. It's a beverage rich in mystery, culture, and spirituality, with a legacy as complex as its flavor. Have you ever stopped to wonder how coffee rose from wild berries to become one of the world's most beloved drinks? Or how it has, over centuries, stirred revolution, inspired philosophers, and challenged social norms? Coffee isn't just a drink, it's a symbol, a catalyst for change, and a bridge between the material and the spiritual. Its story begins in the rugged mountains of Ethiopia, where, according to legend, a goat herder named Kaldi noticed his goats behaving strangely after eating bright red berry. They became unusually energetic, some even leaping and dancing on their hind legs. Curious, Kaldi brought these berries to a nearby monastery. The monks brewed a drink from them, discovering that it helped them stay awake during long nights of prayer and meditation. From this moment, coffee became a sacred tool, a spiritual ally. From Ethiopia, coffee's journey carried it across the Islamic world, where it became integral to Sufi mysticism. Sufi monks sought heightened awareness and spiritual connection, and coffee became their secret weapon. It sharpened the mind, enhanced focus, and opened doors to profound states of consciousness, realms traditionally reached only through deep meditation. Revered as the wine of Islam, coffee was both a practical stimulant and a mystical aid. However, coffee's growing popularity also stirred controversy. In the 16th and 17th century, as coffee houses flourished across the Ottoman Empire, religious and political leaders eyed the beverage warily. These coffee houses became hotbeds of discussion, debate, and sometimes dissent. For many, coffee symbolized rebellion and the free exchange of ideas, a threat to the established order. Yet coffee's influence didn't stop there. It flowed into Europe, sparking its own cultural revolution. The first European coffee houses became hubs for thinkers, artists, and revolutionaries. From London to Paris, these venues nurtured the birth of the Enlightenment. Philosophers sipped coffee as they debated ideas that would reshape society. Political movements were born amid the rich aroma of fresh brews. But coffee's impact is not just historical or cultural. Its effect on our energy and consciousness is profound. It wakes up the mind, yes, but it also stirs creativity, focus, and even spiritual reflection. For many, that morning cup is a ritual, a moment of connection to something larger than themselves. Coffee serves as a bridge, linking the physical world to inner awareness and inspiration. Scientifically, coffee stimulates the nervous system, heightening alertness and energy. But beyond biology, its role as a spiritual catalyst has been celebrated in traditions worldwide. The ritual of brewing and drinking coffee invites mindfulness, presence, and a chance to pause in a fast-moving world. So, is coffee just a beverage, or is it something far greater, a sacred companion on our journey through life, a spark that ignites both mind and soul? The answer may depend on how you choose to engage with it. Whether you see coffee as a practical energy boost, or a gateway to deeper insight, its legacy is undeniable. It has shaped history, culture, spirituality, and continues to inspire millions every day. Next time you hold that cup, remember the journey of those humble berries from Ethiopian mountains through spiritual sanctuaries and revolutionary salons to your hands. Coffee is more than a drink. It is a story, a tradition, and a connection across time and space. If you've ever felt that your morning coffee is more than a routine, stay curious. There's a whole world of energy, consciousness, and history contained in every sip. Embrace that mystery, and perhaps your next cup will taste a little richer, filled not only with flavor but with centuries of meaning. Coffee has long been more than just a drink. It's a cultural and intellectual phenomenon. Its rise sparked a wave of excitement and fear alike, especially in the Islamic world, where coffee houses became centers of vibrant debate and exchange. These gathering places stirred the minds of thinkers and revolutionaries, but also alarmed rulers who feared the power of free thought and open discussion. In cities like Mecca, authorities even banned coffee to control the spread of ideas and prevent social unrest. Yet the journey of coffee was far from over. By the 15th century, Venetian merchants introduced coffee to Europe, where it ignited a new kind of cultural revolution. Initially, coffee was met with suspicion. Some clergy dismissed it as a dangerous foreign invention, incompatible with religious life. However, attitudes shifted dramatically when influential figures like Pope Clement VI sampled the brew. Impressed by its flavor, he reportedly gave it his blessing, which helped pave the way for coffee's acceptance across the continent. Coffee houses soon popped up across Europe's great cities: London, Paris, Vienna, transforming into hubs of intellectual activity. These spaces were more than cafes. They became the stages for the exchange of radical ideas about philosophy, politics, and art. In 17th century France, coffee houses earned the nickname the dinner tables of the Enlightenment, where thinkers like Voltaire and Rousseau debated human rights and challenged monarchies. In England, the concept of the penny university took hold. Anyone could pay a penny for a cup of coffee and join in stimulating conversations on science and society. So, what gave coffee this extraordinary power? It wasn't just the caffeine. Unlike alcohol, which numbed the senses, coffee awakened them. It sharpened focus, stirred creativity, and ignited the spark of revolutionary thought. This dark beverage became a symbol of intellectual freedom, a drink that fueled minds ready to challenge the status quo. But beyond its cultural influence, coffee also has a complex relationship with our body and spirit. On the surface, it feels like a simple energizer, helping us shake off sleepiness, enhancing alertness, and starting our day. However, from an energetic and spiritual perspective, coffee can be a double-edged sword. While it raises mental clarity and consciousness temporarily, it can also disrupt the subtle energy systems within the body. Caffeine, coffee's primary ingredient, affects the central nervous system by blocking adenosine, the chemical that signals fatigue. This keeps us artificially alert but can deplete natural energy reserves over time. In spiritual traditions, energy is often described as prana in Hinduism, qi in Chinese medicine, or life force in other cultures. Excessive stimulation from coffee may imbalance these energies, potentially leading to restlessness or burnout. Despite this, many have found coffee to be a ritual that connects them to a deeper flow of energy. For Sufi mystic, coffee was a sacred aid in meditation, helping to sustain focus during extended prayer. For Enlightenment thinkers, it was the fuel for breakthrough ideas and social progress. The key lies in how we engage with coffee mindfully and in balance. Ultimately, coffee's journey is a fascinating blend of culture, spirituality, and science. It has moved through centuries and civilizations, shaping how we think, interact, and even awake. From a mysterious berry on Ethiopian hillside to the bustling cafes that shaped history, coffee reminds us that even simple things can carry profound meaning. Next time you take a sip, consider the rich history and complex energy behind that cup. Coffee isn't just a drink, it's a force that has awakened minds, inspired change, and connected us across time and cultures. Whether you see it as a spiritual ally or a daily companion, coffee's story is a powerful reminder of how something ordinary can become extraordinary. In esoteric teachings, life force energy, often called ether or prana, flows naturally through every person. However, frequent use of stimulants like caffeine can disrupt this vital flow. While coffee gives a quick surge of clarity and strength, it can weaken the body's natural ability to balance and renew its energy over time. According to ancient wisdom, coffee directly influences the chakras, the body's energy centers. The root chakra, responsible for grounding and stability, and the solar plexus chakra, linked to personal power and will, are particularly affected. Caffeine stimulates the solar plexus, offering a burst of vitality and motivation. But overuse can cause dependency and drain the body's own energy production. The solar plexus chakra governs willpower, ambition, and ego. Coffee can light a fire here, fueling drive and determination. Yet, if consumed excessively, it might also trigger anxiety, tension, and imbalance, shifting energy from positive growth to restlessness and stress. Even the higher chakras, those connected to intuition and spiritual insight, like the third eye and crown chakras, are not immune. While coffee can sharpen analytical thinking and spark creativity, it can also block deeper spiritual awareness, making it harder to access calm and clarity. Throughout history, this paradox has intrigued mystics and philosophers alike. Many used coffee to maintain alertness and focus during long hours of study or meditation. Still, some pure spiritual traditions, such as Buddhism and certain yogic paths, discourage caffeine. They argue that the intense stimulation interferes with the inner peace necessary for profound meditation and spiritual growth. For example, Zen monks traditionally favor green tea instead of coffee. Green tea contains L-methane, an amino acid that tempers caffeine's effect, promoting a more balanced, calm alertness. Coffee, in contrast, can produce bursts of energy followed by overstimulation and scattered thoughts, making it more challenging to achieve deep stillness. Does this mean coffee is the enemy of spiritual development? The answer is not black and white. It depends on how coffee is consumed and one's level of mindfulness. When approached intentionally and in moderation, coffee can serve as a useful tool to enhance focus without draining energy. Awareness of its effects allows us to harness coffee's benefits while avoiding its pitfall. Before diving deeper into coffee's subtler effects, it's important to understand how it interacts with our emotions and personal vibrational energy. Every substance we ingest carries its own energetic signature, and this signature influences our internal energy field. Many spiritual teachings emphasize that what we consume impacts not just the body, but also our emotional and psychological states. As a potent stimulant, coffee is energetically associated with the element of fire, symbolizing passion, action, and transformation. Drinking coffee can temporarily raise the vibrational frequency of our aura, filling us with clarity, vitality, and decisiveness. Yet this energetic spike is often uneven and short-lived. Instead of creating a steady, balanced energy increase, coffee tends to cause rapid highs followed by sharp lows. This roller coaster effect can lead to dependency, as the body and mind seek to avoid the crashes by reaching for another cup. Over time, this pattern may create an unstable energy rhythm that interferes with emotional equilibrium and spiritual harmony. One key takeaway is that coffee's impact on our energy and emotions is complex. While it can jumpstart creativity and sharpen focus, it also demands respect for its power and limits. Tuning into how coffee affects your unique energy system can help you decide if and when to use it. In the next section, we'll explore practical ways to balance coffee's stimulation with self-care and mindfulness. We'll look at how to maintain steady energy, avoid burnout, and support spiritual growth, even while enjoying your favorite brew. Understanding this balance can transform coffee from a potential drain into a powerful ally on your path. Coffee has a complicated relationship with anxiety and tension. When the nervous system is overstimulated, both body and mind can become unstable. For someone who is naturally calm, coffee might provide a welcome boost of energy. But for those already dealing with stress or anxiety, coffee can amplify those feelings, making it harder to find inner peace and balance. From an emotional vibration standpoint, coffee acts more like a catalyst than a direct cause. It doesn't create anxiety or tension by itself, but it magnifies whatever emotions are already present. The real challenge lies not just in the immediate jolt coffee gives, but in how it disrupts the natural flow of our body's energy over time. Relying heavily on external stimulants like caffeine weakens our body's own ability to generate energy naturally. Many spiritual traditions emphasize that true sustainable energy comes from within, fueled by life force energy, whether called prana, chi, or ether. Ancient masters taught that this energy is always inside us, waiting to be awakened through mindful breathing, proper nutrition, and meditation. When coffee becomes a daily crutch, it leads to what's called energy borrowing. The mind constantly demands caffeine to stay alert, but this borrowed energy comes with a cost. Fatigue and emotional imbalance often follow when the caffeine wears off. To truly benefit from coffee without suffering its drawbacks, maintaining balance and practicing mindfulness are key. Here are some practical tips for mindful coffee consumption. First, only drink coffee when you genuinely need it, not out of habit. Pause before reaching for your cup and ask yourself, do I really need this right now? This simple question can prevent dependency and encourage a healthier relationship with caffeine. Second, try to combine coffee with balancing activities like meditation, deep breathing, or gentle yoga. These practices help calm the nervous system and offset coffee's stimulating effects, supporting emotional stability. Third, pay close attention to how coffee affects you personally. Everyone's response to caffeine differs. Keep track of your energy levels before and after drinking coffee, so you can adjust your intake accordingly. Fourth, alternate coffee with other beverages that offer alertness and gentle energy without overstimulation. Herbal teas, green tea, ceremonial cacao, or fresh natural juices can provide a positive lift without the jitteriness or crashes that sometimes come with too much coffee. Remember, coffee itself is neither inherently good nor bad. Its impact depends entirely on how it's used. When consumed without thought, coffee can lead to negative effects on the body, mind, and spirit. But when approached with mindfulness, gratitude, and awareness, it transforms from a simple habit into a meaningful ritual. Before you lift your cup, take a moment to check in with yourself. Ask, do I really need this coffee, or am I just following routine? Reflect on how you feel before and after drinking. Are you using coffee as a helpful aid, or is it a crutch for missing inner energy? When each sip is a conscious choice, coffee becomes more than just a physical stimulant. It becomes a tool that can support your spiritual journey. Coffee has long been more than a drink. It's a thread weaving together the past and present, bridging ancient traditions with modern life. From the Sufi monks who used it to sustain focus during long nights of prayer, to today's thinkers and creators who find clarity in their morning cup, coffee has played a powerful role in human culture. Understanding coffee's effects on our energy and emotions lets us decide how to engage with it consciously. Used wisely, it can help spark creativity, support alertness, and even deepen our spiritual awareness. But it all starts with awareness, knowing when, why, and how to drink coffee so it serves us, rather than controls us. When coffee becomes a mindful companion, it can enhance both our daily lives and our inner balance, turning an everyday ritual into a powerful moment of connection with ourselves. So next time you reach for that cup, drink with intention. Let coffee be your ally in navigating the energy of the day, helping you stay grounded, energized, and centered as you move through the world we live in, and the inner peace we all seek. From the first sip in the morning to that quiet moment in the afternoon, coffee becomes more than a routine, it becomes a pause, a breath, a connection to the now. It's in these small moments that transformation begins. When we treat each cup as a mindful act, we move closer to ourselves and the energy that fuels us. This doesn't mean giving up coffee or turning it into something rigid. It simply means becoming aware of what it gives us, what it takes, and how it flows through our day. Are we drinking it because we truly want to savor the moment, or are we reacting to stress, exhaustion, or habit? These questions open the door to intention, and intention is where all energy begins to shift. Coffee, when approached with awareness, has the power to unlock calm in chaos. It reminds us that stillness can exist even in a busy world. In that sense, it becomes more than just fuel for the body, it becomes nourishment for the soul. The scent, the warmth, the flavor, all of it invites us back to present. Each element has its own frequency, and when we notice it, we begin to sync with something deeper. Across continents, coffee continues to act as a common thread connecting people, ideas and tradition. It inspires, comforts, and awakens physically and spiritually. From monks seeking divine connection to artists chasing creative flow, the influence of this humble being continues to ripple through time. And in each generation, new meanings emerge, new rituals are born, and new ways to experience its essence unfold. We are living in a world that constantly asks us to move faster, think quicker, and stay productive. But coffee offers a counterbalance, a reason to pause, reflect and reset. When we drink it not just to get through the day, but to embrace the moment, its value multiplies. It becomes a tool not of escape but of empowerment. Let your next cup be more than just a drink. Let it be a ceremony of reconnection. Sit with it in silence, or share it in conversation. Feel the warmth in your hands. Inhale the rich aroma. Allow it to ground you in the present. These small acts of mindfulness create powerful ripples, both within and around you. You don't need to change your whole life to start living with more awareness. You just need to change the way you approach the little thing. And coffee, simple, accessible, familiar, is the perfect place to start. Let it be a teacher. Let it remind you that beauty and balance can be found in the everyday. So as you continue your journey, physically, mentally and spiritually, consider what role coffee plays in your story. Let it be a mirror, let it be a guide, and most of all, let it be an ally in your pursuit of a deeper, more present life. If this message resonated with you, reflect on how you can use coffee not only to energize your mornings, but to elevate your entire being. And if you feel called to share your thoughts, your rituals, or your personal journey with this sacred drink, let's build a space for connection and growth. The next time you hold that warm cup in your hands, remember, it's not just about waking up, it's about awakening to light, to intention, to the sacred within the ordinary of modern life, and moments of inner peace, where every drop not only tastes rich but also carries spiritual values, traditions, and pieces of human history. Coffee, in its simplicity, has always been more than just a drink. It's a ritual, a symbol, a silent companion on the journey of awakening. As we navigate the noise and pressure of the everyday world, coffee quietly invites us to slow down and reconnect. It holds the warmth of tradition and the spark of innovation. From the old wooden tables of village cafes to sleek urban espresso bars, every cup tells a different story of people, places and purpose. In every culture, coffee has adapted and transformed, yet always retained its sacred quality to bring presence into the moment. Today, coffee stands at a crossroads where ancient wisdom meets modern awareness. It fuels thinkers, dreamers, creators, and seekers. It holds space for both solitude and conversation. With one sip, it can pull you into the now, while subtly reminding you of all the hands and hearts that brought it into being, from the soil it grew in, to the farmer who harvested, to the barista who prepared it with care. But beyond the physical, coffee also holds an energetic vibration. It can amplify your thought, reflect your emotional state, and act as a bridge between your external reality and inner world. When consumed with intention, it becomes a meditative anchor, something that helps you check in with your body, your breath, and your being. To truly receive the gift of coffee, you must approach it not as a tool for survival, but as a companion for growth. Ask yourself, what am I bringing into this moment? Am I simply fueling my routine, or am I pausing to feel, to reflect, to align? The energy you bring to your cup will echo back into your life. Imagine starting your day, not with rush and distraction, but with a sacred pause. You sit, hold your mug, and breathe in the earthy aroma. You allow your senses to awaken. The first sip grounds you. It says, I am here, I am awake, I am alive. And in that quiet, you make a choice to move through the day with presence, clarity, and purpose. Let coffee be your gentle reminder that even the smallest rituals can hold deep meaning, that even amid deadlines and demands, there is always time to connect to your breath, your body, your values, and your path. Throughout history, revolutions were whispered over cups of coffee. Great books were written beside. Bold dreams were born in their steam, And today your own transformation can begin with the same sacred liquid. So next time you reach for your cup, do so not out of habit but out of reverence. Honor the moment. Infuse it with gratitude. Let it become a space where intention meets energy. Let it center you. Because coffee isn't just about staying awake. It's about waking up to life, to truth, to potential. May your next sip be more than just comfort. May it be a reminder that the divine is found in the everyday, and that through simple mindful choices, we can shape the way we feel, think, and live. Every cup is a port, a choice to go deeper, to slow down, and to feel more fully. And in this chaotic world, what could be more powerful than that? Let coffee not just energize you, but elevate. Let it be the warmth in your hand, the clarity in your thoughts, and the quiet strength in your spirit. This is more than a beverage. This is presence. This is power. This is your moment.